Yo, YouTube, me again. I have a lot of things going on in my head right now. That's why you won't be able to see me. It's because I've got so much going on here in my head. And that is Ariel to me, not the new one. And don't get me started on that, because I can talk about that for donkeys. It's a long time. So yeah, I'm mostly gonna look at the ceiling. I have a lot going on right now, and I thought I might just keep you in the loop. You see, I'm moving. I'm not going to tell you when. Oh, fuck it, I will. I am moving sometime next week. That's all I'm saying. So I have been busy sorting everything. And now my house is looking so empty. Which is upsetting. I've lived in this home, ever since me and Adam broke up. Because when me and Adam broke up, I was haunted by memories of him everywhere. So I had to move. So I moved here. You would think I would have moved because of the memories of Kieran. We had more memories at his house than we did at mine. But yeah, I've lived here ever since. So that's like 8 or 9 years of memories in this place. So sometime next week, I'm moving. I won't be living here anymore. But where I'm moving to is what I need. I've been struggling so much living here. I've struggled living independently since I was 19 years old. And I'm 34 now. So that's a long time living independently. And I'm proud of myself for that. Not everyone could do this, you know. Live independently for so long. And then realising that it's not working. And figuring out a way to solve it. Solve why it's not working. And for me, it's moving. That's what will solve this. It's moving. And I'm not telling you where. Because I'm not going to do house tours or anything. You only see a background. And that's my room. Because I don't see myself videoing anywhere else in the house. But yeah. Okay, but the thing is, I lost my granddad this year. So I've been grieving that. And I think I'm over that now. I do think of him every now and again, but not all the time. But I do think that he's looking down on me, patting my back, saying, "Well done. You're doing great, Emily. I'm proud of you." I saw my dad recently because he came over and helped me sort out some stuff. And he is so proud of me as well. Hearing people say how proud they are of me, I'm like, I'm not doing anything special, I'm just moving. But I think what they're proud of is that change is difficult for anybody on the spectrum. And my change is huge. Because moving is huge for anyone. So it's even bigger if you're on the spectrum. My mum's been my rock through all of this. But I just know in the future I won't have to rely on her all the time. I'll have other people that will help me. And so mum can have a weight lifted, metaphorically speaking. And so will I. Because the biggest struggle of living here, it's so lonely. So utterly lonely. People have said, why don't you go back to the drama groups that you used to go to? And there's reasons why I don't go back. One of them is because my ex keeps bringing his mum. And even if his mum didn't go, I just couldn't see him anymore. Because I don't trust him. I don't think I ever will. He could apologise to the cows come home for what he's said about me and done and since the breakup. Which would be one hell of a thing to see because there's no farm here for the cows to come home to. So he could apologise until, I don't know. He could apologise until... He can apologise until I see the new Little Mermaid film, which will never happen. And I'll still won't trust him. Same goes... Actually, Adam's different. Because a couple minutes ago, I was watching his hour video. I don't even recognise myself anymore in that video. He did around 9 years ago when we were together. I Damn Forever, that one. I still watch it every now and again. But I don't even recognise myself anymore in that. I've changed so much. I'm not that Emily anymore. I've learned so much since then about so many different things. I'm so proud of myself. My confidence is through the roof. I do love myself. I do. I am job dead gorgeous. And if anyone went out with me, they'd be in for an adventure. I'm looking at speed dating for the learning disability people. I'm completely honest. There's barely anything out there. I did see one in Newcastle, but it starts about 8 and doesn't finish until 11. I need to be back by 10. Because where I'm living, they lock the doors at 10. And I really don't want to stay out till 10. I'm not that kind of person. So, what I'd like is a speed date event in the daytime, like an afternoon one that ends around 8. So maybe a 5 till 8 or something. I've said that before, actually. If I had the money, I would start a dating agency. But based here in Northumberland, because I don't think there is one. And if there is one, it's not that popular. So I'd set a dating agency up where it'll only be for people with learning disabilities, like autism, Down syndrome, that sort of thing. Cerebral palsy, anything that will go under the umbrella of learning disability. So deaf, that will be part of it, because you have difficulties learning because of the disability. And it could be any type of deaf. It could be hard of hearing. It could be completely deaf. We don't want to exclude that many people. But people who class themselves as neotypical, that can go to normal speed dates, basically. And we'd arrange a speed date in the afternoon so people can go. And instead of just doing like 2 minutes per date, it's more like 5 minutes per date. Where you can actually talk to someone for 5 minutes. And then the men move one way, and the women move the other way. And you get the date, and you go on another 5 minute date, and then another. And if you match with each other, and then it's up to the organizer will say, okay, so you matched with this person, but it's up to you what you do from here. You can go on a date if you want, or just talk, or what. It's up to you. So I've tried looking, and there's nothing out there. But like I said, if I had the money, I would start an agency up here. Because I know a couple of people who are single, me included. Sorry, I went off on a tangent then. But yeah. Moving is a big thing that's in my head at the moment. Then, after that, It's Christmas. I've got to think about Christmas. But I won't start thinking about that until next month, which is September. Because I've come up with a plan to go to a hotel for Christmas this year. Because it'd be too difficult for me to go to my mum's for Christmas. My granddad not being there. So we're gonna it's gonna be down to me to plan, but it's gonna be at a hotel again. And it's only gonna be me, mum and Nana. It's always gonna just be the three of us now, isn't it? Unless I find someone, then it's just gonna be the two of them, mum and Nana. I would love to find someone. Honestly, I would. I have this like image of the perfect partner. I even got a name. His name's Philip. Philip Harrison. I know that won't be the real name, but that's the name of my imaginary, hopeful boyfriend. He's got Down syndrome. He's smart. He's caring and loving. He's a proper gentleman. He likes drama, like me. But he's got other interests that he likes as well, which don't bother me. He's caring and still lives at home, which I don't really mind. Because most Down syndrome people that I've met still live at home. But not all of them. But the only ones I've met still live at home with their parents. And that's all I know about him at the minute. My imaginary hopeful boyfriend, Philip Harrison, he's got Down syndrome. And like I say, that name doesn't have to stick. But I've noticed the difference between Down syndrome and autism is that, for me anyway, Down syndrome are more caring and loving than autism. Because autism are more independent, and I like to be honest. I love looking after people. So if I have someone to look after, in a way, but not 100%, put it that way. I don't want to, like, I'm not your new mum or anything. I just want to look after you in a way that makes sure you got your phone, that sort of thing. And then that sort of thing. I don't want to be your new mum. And I wasn't for Philip. And he could, and we look after each other actually. Oh, tangent again. I swear I'm going off on so many tangents. It's because I don't know. So much in my head. I'm no longer friends with Jess anymore. I don't think I will ever be friends with her again. And I didn't blow it. I didn't. She blew it. I think. I've been there for through everything, and the one time I needed her to be there for me, she just, pardon my French, but fucked off. In my book. Anywho, I'm gonna go soon. I'm tired. And I need to upload this. But yeah. Wish me luck on my move. Love yous.